Good morning. I'm Abby Mosier. I'm the founder and executive director of Tomorrow's Rainbow and the chair of the Coral Springs Coconut Creek Regional Chamber for Good. We're going to take this opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better by having a round robin. As I call your name, please share your name and just the name of your business. We won't have time for anything else, but we'll save that at the end. There'll be time to check in. So I'm just gonna, hopefully my screen doesn't change and I don't miss anybody. So Becky, let's start with you and I'll just go across.
All right, well, my name is Becky Case. I'm the Member Services Coordinator for the Coral Springs Coconut Creek Regional Chamber of Commerce. I am the person you would follow up with if you're interested in the chamber or interested in exploring how to maximize your membership. Thank you.
Fantastic. Wayne.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Wayne Toby. I am the Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Coconut Creek.
Great. Stacy.
Good morning. I'm Stacy Lewis, founder of Purge Monsters Organizing.
Great. Marilyn.
Well, I'm Marilyn Frisch. The Women's Club of Coconut Creek has just joined the Chamber for Good. And we have, we're kind of excited about all the opportunities.
Great.
I think Sharon is trying to say that she can't hear.
Who can't hear?
Can you hear, Sharon?
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Are you trying to say something?
Yeah, you know, my order shows Becky, me, Wayne, Stacy. So I thought you passed me up.
Oh.
No, everybody's screen shows a different order.
Yeah, and it might change depending on how many more people chime in. So if I forget you, please do chime in. Commissioner Welsh.
Good morning, Sandra Welch, and I'm just serving the commission and all of the residents in the city of Coconut Creek, and glad to be here. Thank you for what you do.
Fantastic. Phyllis. Phyllis, can you hear us?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It was the wrong order.
I hear you.
I'm Phyllis Kushner, and I'm with Hutchinson Dental and Associates at Lyons Road and Winston Park.
Welcome. Lois.
Hi, I'm Lois Margolin, president of Lois Margolin LLC, concierge CPA.
Great. Irma.
Hey, everybody. I'm Irma Perron from Perron Group.
And Holly.
Good morning. My name is Holly Kalisher, and I own HK Interiors, a residential design firm.
Fantastic. Sharon, now you. You're muted.
Okay, I'm muted. Hi, I'm Sharon Aaron Barron, and I'm with Talk Media.
Great. Linda.
Linda Richardson, and I'm with Blue String Fiber.
And Cheryl.
Cheryl Higgins. I'm actually guest of Commissioner Welsh, and I'm recently retired and looking for volunteer and community service opportunities. So she thought this would be great for me to listen in on. Thank you.
Yes. Now I see all the numbers.
Retired from where, Cheryl?
Oh, American Express. So I worked at American Express for 34 years.
Oh, wow. Welcome, welcome. I see all the nonprofits ears perking up as somebody says they want to volunteer. That's great. Julie.
American Express has actually been to Tomorrow's Rainbow more than once.
Absolutely, yeah. Julie.
Hi, Julie Carrington, Director of Operations, Coral Springs Coconut Creek Regional Chamber.
And David?
David Plath with Equine Assisted Therapies of South Florida.
And Cindy.
Good morning, Cindy Breve, President CEO of this amazing Chamber of Commerce. Thanks everyone for all the great ideas that you brought in. I think this is going to be a real good presentation, so thanks.
Absolutely. Tracy.
Good morning, Tracy Latone, Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek, Community Affairs Specialist.
Jessica.
Unmute. Good morning, I'm Jessica Busquets. I'm a Regional Event Specialist with Cleveland Clinic, Florida.
Hey, Mark.
Morning, everybody. Mark Jacoby, Executive Director at the Foundation for Independent Living.
Fantastic. And Spiro.
Good morning, everyone. Spiro Aegis with the Bin Doctor Disinfecting Services and also Board of Directors for the Sawgrass Nature Center.
Great. And James.
Morning, everybody. James Lozano of First Citizens Bank. I am a business banker.
Thank you. Anna.
Good morning. I'm Anna Ojeda. I'm Outreach Coordinator for Trust Bridge Hospice in Broward County.
Fantastic. Becca.
Hey, Rebecca with the Country Club of Coral Springs.
Okay, and I have Effie's Maria iPad. And you're muted.
Good morning. My name is Maria Antonatos. I'm with the Coral Springs Chamber of Commerce for 4 years now. Live in Coral Springs.
Fantastic. Lisa.
With Mary Kay, here for all your skincare needs.
Great. And I have a B Brown.
He might be doing something.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. Did I miss anybody? Okay, fantastic. Well, welcome everybody. I would like to recognize, although she's introduced herself, Commissioner Sandra Welch from the Coconut Creek Chamber of Commerce. We want to welcome her as our dignitary today. So thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so I would like to thank the Chamber for Good's presenting sponsor, which is Blue Stream. Now we have a word from Linda Richardson, who is Blue Stream's marketing director. Linda?
Thank you, Abby. We've got a lot going on at Blue Stream Fiber. Next week, we're actually launching new packages for our TV and internet services. They're great packages, really affordable. One that's like a Blue Stream starter package. It includes internet with 500 megabit speeds and TV with the local channels and HBO Max and a free Fire TV stick. And I could just say, if you're ready to stream, this would be the package for you. Then the following week, as a result of our growth and commitment to the city, we're undergoing some major renovations and upgrades to our headquarters. In fact, our customer service center is going to have to temporarily move, but we're really excited to be upgrading that building because if anyone's driven by it, it needs it. I'm also so proud to be a part of the chamber and in particular, this group. The wonderful things that all of the nonprofits do for our community is impressive. At Blue Stream Fiber, we're committed to serving our community and various charities. With that said, I'm looking into something we've termed Schools In for when school's back in next August, where we support all of the local public schools through their PTAs. I've always been impressed by what the PTAs do for each and every school, getting programs like Reading Plus and Imagine Math for our students for them to be able to learn on a regular basis. And for today, I can't wait to hear all of these wonderful secrets. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Linda. We also want to extend our warmest thank you to one of our advocate sponsors, which is the City of Coconut Creek. Wayne Toby, Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Coconut Creek, is here to tell us a bit about some of the programs that the city offers. And we actually, I'm going to say we cheated and kind of picked his brain a little bit before we all got started.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for having me. We have a lot going on here in our Parks and Rec. We're starting to get back to a norm, but we still have limited gathering going on in any of the programs that we are doing. But just to give you a little update as far as what we have going or coming up with some of our events. Well, this weekend is our last farmers market for the year until next year. We do our farmers market at the Township Plaza. It's on the corner of Temple Road and Lyons, and it's from 9 to 2. We also have a movie in the park coming up for the kids. What we do is we do back-to-back nights. It's going to be Into the Spider-Verse. The first one's going to be held on Friday, April 23rd at Sable Pines Park. And the second one's going to be on Saturday, April 24th at Lakeside Park. The movies do begin at 8 p.m. and it's walk up. And we try to keep the attendance at about 100. We usually average about 80 people, but we welcome you to go to that. And then at the end of the month in April, Friday, April 30th at 7 p.m., we are going to do another concert in the park. We're going to do this over at Sable Pines Park. It's going to be with Johnny Rogers. It's the history of rock and roll. Basically what we do is we put out 10 by 10 boxes so friends and families can be together but socially distanced. And there's only going to be a limit of 150 people. We're not going to have a pre-registration like we did with our Creek Palooza event. It's going to be open for people to walk out, and it should be nice. And then the first weekend in May, we're having our dog expo. We're bringing it back. We're doing that at Windmill Park. That's Saturday, May 1st. It's from 9 to 12. And basically what we're going to do is we're aiming to get about 25 vendors that are dog related. We're going to have some music out there. We're going to have a demonstration from our Coconut Creek Police Department Canine Unit. And the only thing, we're going to have some guidelines set up for the attendees when they come to the dog expo. They'll have to have their masks on. Dogs must have their vaccination shots. Dogs must be on a leash. Owners must accompany their dogs at all times when they're at the dog park. And if you're going to go into the dog park, you must be a dog park member, but because the dog expo is going to be set up outside the dog park. So that's what we have as far as events going on. We also have some programs coming up too. We have a kids program, Cinco de Mayo Fiesta, that's on Wednesday, May 5th. That'll be at the recreation complex. So we do have a lot going on. My suggestion is if you want to check out any of our recreation programs that we have, go to our Coconut Creek website, Parks and Rec, and you can see what we have going on.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Wayne. I'd also like to recognize our second advocate sponsor, which is Cleveland Clinic. We actually have a brief video from Cleveland Clinic to share with you.
In 1921, our founders introduced a new model of care to Cleveland, a nonprofit, physician-led system organized with the patient at the center of everything we do. At Cleveland Clinic, we have served our communities ever since. Our noble mission has guided generations of caregivers to make a difference. We innovated medical firsts, ranked among the best organizations for care, and opened locations around the world. Most importantly, we have touched countless lives. We welcome 2021 as an entirely new chapter in our Cleveland Clinic story. Thank you for supporting us as we honor our unique legacy and move healthcare forward into the next 100 years.
All righty, and we'd like to welcome Cleveland Clinic to the virtual stage for a brief message from our sponsor.
Yes. Good morning, and thank you for having us today. It's a privilege to be with you this morning. And as you can see, we're celebrating our 100th anniversary, which is very exciting for our organization this year. I have some exciting news regarding our beautiful Coral Springs location near all of you, centrally located at 5701 North University Drive. Many of our services have recently been expanded, and despite the pandemic, we are open and we are safely seeing patients both in person and through our virtual appointments. For example, our walk-in clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 p.m. No appointment is required to see one of our providers. We're also now offering sports cardiology, which is a new service, cardiology echo testing, pulmonary function testing, and we've also expanded our imaging and ultrasound testing appointments to have more additional hours available for our patients. We've also recently added a pulmonary specialist at that location. And in the near future, we're going to be adding a family medicine physician and another GYN provider who'll be joining the Coral Springs team. And that currently includes orthopedic surgeons, sports health specialists, amongst other physicians. Finally, I want to say, if you or someone you know is suffering voice strain, you may be interested to learn that we have a state-of-the-art voice center located at the Coral Springs building. Recently, one of our ear, nose, and throat physicians, Dr. Laura Dominguez, and trained speech therapists were featured on Channel 10. Please do not delay care for yourself or your family during this pandemic. We're open and your safety is our top priority. To make an appointment with us, please call us at 1-877-463-2010 or visit us online at clevelandclinicflorida.org/Coral Springs. One of our caregivers will be happy to make an appointment for all of you if you need any care at that facility. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you, Cleveland Clinic. Okay, now let's jump right into today's activity. We're so excited about today's feature event. We really wanted, sorry, I saw the screen change, to create some value for the nonprofit community by sharing tips and tricks to save you time, money, staff resources, aggravation, etc. What's so cool about today's event is that this is a community-generated event from beginning to end, meaning that the experts we conferred with to get these juicy secrets were none other than the business community of the Coral Springs Coconut Creek Regional Chamber of Commerce. We have so much expertise and professionalism within our chamber. We knew that the event would be helpful and supportive of not only the not-for-profit community, but also the for-profits that are in attendance today. We'll be sending the entire PowerPoint to the attendees here, so please don't feel like you need to take notes. We won't be spending a long time on each slide, but we will take some questions at the end. Feel free to follow up with the chamber if you want to know a bit more about any of the secrets presented here today. So with that, we will start the PowerPoint presentation. And we are on slide number 2. The tip is for frequent travelers from Gil Sternbeck. And this is a message from Gil. I travel more than most. One thing I hate is arriving at the airport, hotel, or car rental agency and searching for my emails for reservations. TripIt is a free app that consolidates all of the reservations by destination. So I can make travel arrangements for multiple destinations, but the app automatically groups the reservations chronologically by location. As an example, it will put the airline reservation ahead of the car rental reservation and the car rental reservation ahead of the hotel reservation. It knows when you will check into the hotel and when you will check out of the hotel. This has saved me much frustration and facilitated my travel. So we want to thank Gil for that. Slide number 2, financial resource suggested book, and this was provided by Anonymous. Financial Peace University by Dave Ramsey is the book we read, and we are modeling our business budget philosophy after it. Financial Peace University is the life-changing money course that teaches you how to crush debt, invest in your future, and win with money like never before in 9 short lessons. Next slide is number 4. Strategic Planners by Cindy Brief. Hire a strategic planner that aligns with your goals to get everyone on the same page. It's worth it. Hot tip, apply for a capacity building grant to fund a strategic planner, such as grants offered by the Children's Services Council of Broward County. The next slide, number 5, is presented by Lois Margolin.
Hi there. This is a program called Todoist, which allows you to take all your to-do lists, color code them, put them in any order that you like, and you will never lose track of your apps again or anything you need to do. Of course, you do have the propensity to move things down on your list when we procrastinate, but no app's going to help you with that. This is a magnificent app. I use it every day.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lois. Okay, slide number 6 is a book recommendation by Anonymous. As for a book, the one that helped me the most was The E-Myth Revisited. There are several from this same author on various different specific subjects like real estate, but Revisited was geared towards small business and what makes them successful or not. Michael Gerber dispels the myths surrounding starting your own business and shows how commonplace assumptions can get in the way of running a business. He walks you through the steps in the life of a business from entrepreneurial infancy through adolescent growing pains to mature entrepreneurial perspective, the guiding light of all businesses that succeed, and shows how to apply the lessons of franchising to any business, whether or not it is a franchise. Finally, Gerber draws the vital, often overlooked distinction between working on your business and working in your business. The next slide is presented by Cindy Brief. Cindy.
Good morning, everybody. We use this app called Asana here at the Chamber, and basically it's a team project app where I can basically look at what my team is doing, what they have on their to-do list, and when they're done with it, they can check it off. So I don't have to worry about, oh, did Becky remember to do this? Because I don't have to remember that anymore. So it's been a great thing for us. I recommend it highly.
And Cindy, I don't know if the version, I use Asana as well. The version that I use is actually free. So this is something that you can get started on right away for free, and it's been really, really helpful. And it was actually created by people who originally worked at Google. So, so real good. Or
Yes,
Facebook.
we've been using the free one the whole time, and it's been wonderful. And it's a great thing if you have employees and you want to try to manage them or know what, you know, if they've done certain things, you don't have to worry about it. So it's great.
Yeah, and not only employees, but events. So if you are creating a fundraising event, you can put it all in one project, and then everybody on the team knows what's going on. So definitely check out Asana.
Yes.
Okay, the next slide is an author recommendation by Anonymous. Jeffrey Gitomer is the author of the New York Times bestsellers, The Sales Bible, The Little Red Book of Selling, The Little Black Book of Connections, and The Little Gold Book of Yes, Attitude. He is a creative, on-the-edge writer and speaker whose expertise on sales, customer loyalty, and personal development is world-renowned. He is known for presentations, seminars, and keynote addresses that are funny, insightful, and in your face. With a whole collection of sales-oriented books, we'll not review them one by one, but we do encourage today's attendees to check out this author. The next slide, the Acuity Scheduling Software to coordinate complicated schedules with clients by Anonymous. Remaining in close contact with our clients, especially in times of distress, provides a great deal of comfort and even helps us avoid problems we would otherwise have to resolve due to infrequent contact. We have set up and deployed a very uncomplicated and reliable system for setting calls, meetings with clients. In addition, our CRM automates this process so there is consistency with staying in touch. We're able to send a link to a client which syncs with our calendar showing our availability. Therefore, there's not just efficiency, but is in the implementation of the most important thing in our practice, which is staying in touch. Slide number 10. Use the best use model on everything by Giselle Raphael. In real estate development, we look at a piece of land and think, what is the highest and best use of this property? Apply the highest and best use question to everything. What is the highest and best use of this time, resource, staff members' talent, etc.? Consider this quote. You have to decide what your highest priorities are and have the courage, pleasantly smiling, non-apologetically, to say no to other things. And the way you do that is by having a bigger yes burning inside. The enemy of the best is often the good, by Stephen Covey. The next one is an app. Use Blinkist to gain exposure to the greatest professional development books in the blink of an eye by Anonymous. Get a boost in terms of productivity, self-help, and being able to get through material quickly. A few years ago, somebody I greatly respected suggested an app to me called Blinkist. Most books are available here in what are called blinks. Books are summarized in several excerpts, and you can get through them in 15 to 20 minutes. If you want a deeper dive, then of course you can read the entire book. The next slide is a book recommendation by Giselle Rahel. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. Ryan Holiday shows us how some of the most successful people in history, from John D. Rockefeller to Amelia Earhart to Ulysses S. Grant to Steve Jobs, have applied stoicism to overcome difficult or even impossible situations. Their embrace of these principles ultimately mattered more than their natural intelligence, talent, or luck. If you're feeling frustrated, demoralized, or stuck in a rut, this book can help you turn your problems into your biggest advantages. And along the way, it will inspire you with dozens of true stories of the greats from every age and era. Slide number 13 is presented by Stacy Lewis.
Hi there. Use technology to make your life easier, not harder. Too many different applications to master can create confusion and cause policies and procedures to break down fast. How do you fix this? By limiting the technology in your organization to just the essentials to meet your needs. This will allow everyone to learn and use the tech in your organization effectively.
Thank you, Stacy. Okay, slide number 14 is a book recommendation by Anonymous. Excellence Wins by Horst Schultz. He started the Ritz-Carlton Hotels. Is one of the best customer service books I've read recently. You have to know your why, your mission statement, and so does everyone in the organization, so you're all moving in the same direction. CEOs, leaders without titles, startups, corporations, for-profits, nonprofits. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. You want to become the best. You want to win every time. Horst Schulze knows how to win. And excellence wins. Schulze, in his absolute no-nonsense approach, shares the visionary and disruptive principles that have produced immense global successes over the course of his still prolific 50-year career. Okay, slide number 15 is presented by Sharon Aaron Barron. Is Sharon here?
Yeah, I'm unmuting myself.
Perfect, okay.
I had so many social media hacks, and I've been on the internet since 1989, by the way, when AOL was called PC Link. So does anybody else remember that? So, but I started doing social media back in 2010 when I started building my websites. I do Coral Springs Talk, Parkland Talk, and Tamarack Talk. And I have tons of hacks. So if you need anything, if you need me to walk you through anything, let me know. But I have a great hack here. You ever on Instagram and you have to put in those hashtags manually? I got so sick of that. And now I found a hack that I'm putting it in. I just write a word and boom, all my hashtags just pop up. So if you try this, you have to do it on an iPhone though. So sorry guys on Androids, but this hack is wonderful. It saves me tons of time, and you can create other hashtag strings too, just by a certain keyword. So if you need me to walk you through it, give me a call.
I have a feeling a lot of us are going to be calling Sharon after this presentation. The next slide is presented by Stacy Lewis.
Hi again. Do yourself a favor and pick up the book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. He clearly explains why doing less to focus on what truly matters is so important. In a culture where being busy is a badge of honor, learning the art of politely saying no is crucial. Focusing on essential tasks and allowing our employees to do the same saves time, money, and energy for everyone, allowing your entire organization to accomplish its mission with greater ease and less anxiety. And what's not to like about that?
That is for sure. Thank you, Stacy. The next slide, slide number 17, is presented by James Lozano.
Good morning, everyone. I responded to many of these, so I'll have the next three. Doodle is one that I love using because I'm in a lot of groups that try to meet separately if it's outside of the group, and we always end up with this email chain and you really can't track what's going on. So the nice thing about Doodle is basically you type in people's email address, it sends it to them. Let's say you have 3 separate dates that you choose, they go and click the dates that work for them, and then at the end, you essentially can go and pull up the app and see what the see what dates were chosen. And if next Friday is the most popular date, you choose that, send out just one email to the group, and that's essentially it.
Thanks so much, James. From personal experience, I happen to love Doodle. So if you are having trouble getting everybody to a meeting at the same time, you're going to want to check this app out. Okay, James, don't go anywhere because slide number 18 is on you.
Yes. So being a banker, obviously anything having to do with money, financial literacy, that's something that I'm always interested in. Unshakable is a book I read probably 1 or 2 years ago, and a lot of books that I tend to read in the financial piece focused on getting rich. So what this focuses on is just areas that you can do to help plan for retirement, also how to diversify your investments. That way you're not, let's say you're a cryptocurrency person, you're not all in cryptocurrency, you have items that don't affect one another if something changes in the economy. So this basically just helps you plan for the future and put yourself in a good situation moving forward.
Fantastic. And James, I think the next one is yours also.
It is. So again, this is for me. I have an Apple Watch, and what I notice sitting in front of a computer all day, all I do is type. I don't stand up. And then by the time I do, maybe it's for lunch and I realize, my back hurts, my leg hurts, maybe my computer isn't elevated the way it should be. So this is just something that you have to do for yourself. Again, I mentioned my watch, it alerts me every hour if I haven't stood up. I just stand up, walk around the office, stretch a little bit. Maybe it's only a minute each hour, but it's definitely much better than sitting around the whole time because I end up paying for it, because this chair isn't as comfortable as it should be.
Well, I think for all of us that are not in the chair that is not as comfortable as it should be, because I agree, we're going to take just a moment for some self-care and to get our blood flowing. So you can turn off your video if you want, or you can just stand up for 2 seconds and stretch out. So everybody, up you go. I hope everybody has pants on. And stretch. Breathe. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much, James. Okay, and I realize that my numbering is off, so I apologize if it appeared that I didn't know how to count, but I do think that we are on order. Oh, Becky is still stretching. Okay. Fantastic. So we got a lot of just hot tips, and we wanted to share them. So we have them listed here. The first hot tip is to develop a sound system for your files. And I know that we're talking specifically about your files on your computer. So making sure to segregate your files by topic and by year so that it's easy to find them, and you don't spend a ton of time clicking around on your computer trying to find that one file that you know that you created, but you can't find it. This next one is to develop a comprehensive budget. Track and remove products that don't make you money. So when you look at your budget, instead of flying by the seat of your pants, you can see those things that there's no ROI on, and you can take them out of your budget completely. This next one's quite interesting. Multiple monitors improves productivity greatly. And it never dawned on me because I'm a person that has a really giant computer screen. But so I started thinking about, well, what would it be like if I had a second monitor, and what could I do? And so I am now in the market for my second monitor because it is going to certainly increase productivity. Make it easy and convenient for your board to participate. Consider virtual board of directors meetings. So if you're not already meeting virtually, highly recommend it for those of us that have tried it. And I think Cindy's nodding her head. I think a lot of us are probably not going to go back to in-person board of director meetings because of the amount of time that's unproductive while you're on the travel. And I think that our board is, Cindy, maybe you can speak to this, but certainly what I have seen is that my board is is less stressed out because they weren't in traffic, and more productive and more willing to stick out the hard issues. Cindy, have you had experience in this as well?
Yes, I've noticed that since we've been doing it virtually, we have a much better attendance with our board members. And also as far as participation, I think it's been a lot better, as well as for us as the staff, because normally I didn't realize how much time we were spending on just preparing for the board meeting. We were making paper copies for 25 people, stapling and sorting, doing all that, getting food ready, coffee. So it has been a definite time saver for the staff as well. But the best part, I think, for us is that the participation has definitely been much better.
Thank you so much, Cindy. I think that what you said, I didn't even think about the paper and the trees that we're saving. So it's greener to have your board members, your board meetings virtually as well. So thank you so much, Cindy. Okay, maintain consistent messaging to your customers and ensure the entire organization is in alignment. And so I am going to mention again that the Children's Services Council of Broward County has capacity mini grants every year. And if you think, well, how do we have the funds to have that marketing message, that consistent marketing message? We don't have the funds for professionals to do that, just like the strategic development planners. That's a great capacity building grant to apply for. So I just want to put it out there. Okay, know your strengths and weaknesses and hire for your weaknesses. You don't need somebody that is as good as you are at what you do. You need somebody that can't do what you can do. And actually, there's an amazing podcast about do only what you can do. If you want to know about it, I'll send it to you. But really changed the way I thought about what I was taking on and what I was delegating. Okay, the next slide. Work your business. Don't get caught up in the everyday minutia. Focus on what matters. And for our nonprofits, most certainly our mission impact. The next one is develop a supportive community to share ideas, successes, problems, etc. And I think that the Chamber offers so many opportunities to network and with a supportive community. And this meeting itself is one of them. So fantastic. But you know, if you're feeling like you're not collaborating and connecting with others, please reach out to the chamber, because they will head you in the right direction for those groups that already exist, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Return all of your calls, even if just to say, I'm looking into that, so that people don't think you forgot them. Be your word, do what you say you are going to do, or be prepared to explain why before the deadline. Inspire your staff, consider buying the entire team a personal development book that benefits the team, and get policies and procedures in place and keep them current. So those are our hot tips. Fantastic. So we can take a couple questions regarding today's presentation if anyone has any. And Becky, I don't know if you saw anything in the chat, or I think now would be a great time if that reminded you of some other time, money, resource saving tip that we have time to share with the group. So Becky, do we have anything?
Well, I see a lot of people in there really emphasizing that multiple monitors helps them and helps to keep them very productive and moving forward. And Sharon had mentioned that she needs to stand more, being on the computer all day. I think that's something that we all can kind of lean into, that self-care, that standing up, that just a little couple seconds to give our bodies a break. I see, yeah, people are loving that multiple monitors. Beautiful. And then I wondered if we could hear from Linda Richardson about Hootsuite.
Yeah, Hootsuite is a program that you can go in. You could put your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. You go in there once a week at the beginning of the week, and you plan all your social media. So you don't have to think about it again. It's free, it's simple, load it up, and it'll post. And you can tell it, like, I want Instagram to go on Wednesday at 10. I want Facebook to go at Thursday at 5 p.m. You can schedule it all. It's so easy, so easy.
I have a really quick, stupid tip. So under my desk, I have a calf massager. And so when I'm working, I have this thing roaring on my calves, and it really keeps my circulation up, because I sit sometimes like 12 hours a day pounding out articles and stuff. So just letting you know that, in case you want to know.
Excellent. I see Irma's got her hand up as well.
Just first of all, this was fabulous, Abby, and all the people that participated. I thought this was a great idea, and I picked up a lot of ideas. One of the things that I would highly suggest, there's a lot of stuff on managing your time here, is to plan your day every day and save room for the unexpected, because some people don't plan at all and other people over plan and never get things done. So before you go home, make sure that you have checked everything off on that plan so that you could stay focused on the most important things.
Thanks,
anyway,
Irma.
thanks,
and I
everybody.
want to say that today's activity was from the committee, so I want to thank the Chamber for Good Committee for the idea and the problem solving, and to recognize Becky for the incredible amount of work that it took to create not only all those slides, but the script to keep us all on track. So I just wanted to give props there as well. Becky, did we have other?
I see Lois has her hand up, and we do have one comment. So Lois, and then.
Okay, so I invested in a program called LastPass, and I'll put the name in the chat. It saves all of your passwords. So now I have these really sophisticated passwords, and it crosses the PC, the iPhone. You put it on your iPhone, it's face recognition, and it has the keys to the universe. You don't have to have a Word doc on your PC. There you go. Stacey Lewis uses it. It is amazing. If you have not gotten it yet and you're still using the name of your dog and the address of your house for your password, it is time to get LastPass. It is fabulous.
Is it free, or do you have to pay for it?
No, it's $40 a year, but it is the best, securest $40 that you will ever spend.
Because I was
I was
using
gonna-
something called Keeper, and that's where I put all my passwords. It's called
I
Keeper.
don't know about Keeper, but I know LastPass. Also with LastPass, you can share it with other people. So you could send your LastPass to someone else. So my husband can send me his, I can send him mine. So we can start having shared passwords when need be.
Lois, do you know anything about the security on that?
Other than it's like one of the #1 rated secure apps. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It is backed by, I think, is it Citrix?
I can't remember. I know I've had it recommended.
I
to me
can't
by a
remember, but it's
number
one
of-
of the big powerhouses.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great. Oh my gosh. Who else?
I did see a comment in here.
Oh, who?
There was a comment in here from Anna that was a book on 12 tiny things. Anna, are you here?
Hi, yes, I'm here. This is a book that I recommend to live a more intentional life because it can be overwhelming with our jobs, our lives, and everything that's happening in the world. So these are like micro changes that we can do. They give 12 ideas that you can either do once a month or you can incorporate them however you want, but they talk about work and finances and spirituality and a little bit of everything, but it's still to kind of ground yourself and center, and they're pretty good ideas and easy to follow.
Awesome. And Wayne had his hand up. Wayne?
Yeah, so I think this question's for Marilyn. She talked about that Ethos event this upcoming Saturday. Is that something that you just show up at Ethos at 9:30 or do you have to pre-register?
No, you have to pre-register. It is a Zoom activity. And after we do the live Zoom at 9:30 in the morning, then we send you a link to a video and you can see the whole thing over again. It is going to be wonderful. And we did the first one with yoga and it got tremendous reviews. For matter of fact, the young lady that did it was Marcia that works at our Coconut Creek rec center. So I have a question because I'm new to this and I want to know how the chamber can best help us reach out to a wider audience so we can have people participate in some of these Zoom activities and other activities that we have.
Marilyn, that is a question for me, and I will follow up with you after this. If you can go ahead.
That would be great. And I'll put on the chat again, the information and my phone number if anybody wants to contact me about Ethos.
Please do, and I will follow up with you.
Thank you.
Cindy.
I just wanted to say that another idea is if any of you are looking to do strategic planning for your business right now, it's a really good time to do it because we actually were able to get a chamber specialist type of person she's actually located in Austin, Texas. And we would have never thought of doing strategic planning, on Zoom before, but because we're doing it on Zoom now, you're not flying the strategic planner in, you're not paying for their flight, you're not paying for their hotel. And it was something like that. I think, through the pandemic, we learned that we can do things so much simpler and easier. So I just wanted to mention that if you're thinking of doing it, this is a great time to do something like that. If you're looking to switch gears or, change a little direction of your, business.
Awesome. Fantastic. Anybody else have any tips, hot tips? Okay, then we will move on at this time. We'll open the floor to any members of the Chamber for Good group. You let us know about any current needs, fundraisers, events, or happy announcements that you'd like to make. We're here to support our nonprofit community, and so we want to hear from you what we can do to support you. So any nonprofits with news?
Well, I'm from the Women's Club. So anybody, I just put in the chat room about our master classes, and the next one is Saturday. We'd like to get as many people as we can. And again, Stratos is giving entering you into their Stratus Rewards program. And every activity that we have is going to be linked with one of the businesses in Coconut Creek. So we have Swirl, we have everything that we're going to do with the master classes is going to support our businesses as they support the Women's Club. So I put on the, how to register right there. Okay.
Hey, any other nonprofits with announcements? Oh, Tracy has her hand up.
I am the president of the Coral Springs Rotary as well, as James is the treasurer. So we're so kind of dual roles here. But if anybody's interested in coming to either a Zoom meeting or an in-person lunch, we would love to have you as our guests.
Awesome, fantastic. Other nonprofit announcements. I would just like to say that Tomorrow's Rainbow is seeking out, as all nonprofits are, board members to share time and talent, but specifically we would like for our board to be more racially diverse. Excuse me. And so if you know anybody that would like to make a huge difference in the lives of children suffering from grief and trauma, and also would be able to help us with our racial equity, we would really love for you to send them our way. It's really important to us. Thank you. Any other announcements? Okay, well, we are moving on. So the next meeting for the Chamber for Good will be July 15th, 2021 from 9 to 10. And we will have be hosting George Gadsden and Raphael Cruz. They're from the Small Business Development Center of FAU. And they're going to be sharing the resources that are available free of charge from the Small Business Development Center. I will tell you that these two individuals have a vast experience, and the resources that are available for free to for-profit and nonprofits is unbelievable. So if you are just say it is absolutely impossible that I would be able to hire a strategic planner, we all know how essential it is. They could provide that at no charge. So, so there's tons of resources how to franchise your nonprofit or your for-profit. So you're not going to want to miss. They're great speakers, and George is also an artist by trade, and so he has taken his love of art and his talent for art and converted it into a profitable business as well. And so if you are ever thinking about having a sideline and something that you're passionate about, these guys are the guys, and they're going to be chocked filled with information. So you don't want to miss that. So please join us. And again, that is, oops, I turned the page already. That's July 15th. So you don't want to miss that. Okay, well, I want to thank you all for coming to today's event. And we look forward to seeing you again real soon. I just thank the Chamber for having the Chamber for Good and all of the work that took into this from the committee, and Becky and Cindy for leading us, and this great city that we live in Coconut Creek and Coral Springs. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your day.